Peter, usually Brits do a lot of U.S. films, but you were the only American. What was that like?
I guess it is less common for an American to do English, isn't it?
Right. Because you shot in England, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I loved it. I mean, I liked the culture, so I liked being there. But, you know, we had a Danish director, which adds a whole other thing. A level of calm, I would say. But I enjoyed it.
Had you worked with any of the actors before?
Have I worked with any of the actors before?
Or did you meet them before? You hadn't? You hadn't met?
I don't think so. I mean, I knew Emma, and I knew Alfred a little bit. No, I don't think so.
You play a lot of dark, edgy characters. How did you find this one different?
I just didn't think of him as dark or edgy. You know, I just thought of him as a guy who's very good at telling himself a story and believing in it.
Do you think he was likable? Because I found him to be likable.
I don't know if he's likable. I mean, I've gotten that kind of question about this character more than any of the rapists or killers or drug addicts I've ever played, but I think it must be because there's an expectation in a movie like this that character will be a certain way, and he's not that way.
Right.
So there's like a kind of... If I played him a way that was like a lot more common,
right,
it could have almost been a romantic comedy, right?
It could have.
Like if you take a romantic comedy male lead and put him in that role, it could go that way.
You were still charming until the end.
I always wanted it to have why it was actually happening,
right?
Which is not something that I think of as being dark, but the truth is sometimes kind of strange and even silly.
Did you research him at all? Because it's based on...
No.
No?
You know, when you're playing somebody who's based off a real person and they're not Winston Churchill,
right,
you have there's no reason that you have to have the cigar in your mouth.
Right.
If no one knows that he was a guy who had a cigar in his mouth all the time.
Right.
I mean, you could, but...
So what are you working on next?
I'm going to do this movie, Wichita.
And what's that about?
Wichita is a story about Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz are kind of on the run together.
Okay.
And it's Jim Mangold is directing it.
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't thought about how to talk about it yet in a way that doesn't give away too much.
So what are you playing?
I play someone who's part of an... I don't know. I can't even... I haven't figured out what's the safe way to talk about that yet.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
You're very fashionable today, and you're fashionable in the film. Did you pick up any styling tips?
Did I pick up any styling tips? Well, I must say, I enjoyed wearing the clothes of that era a lot, but I probably didn't pick up any tips, or I might get hair extensions.
Did you try to steal any of the clothes?
You're never allowed to anymore. Yeah, of course I tried, but I failed.
Okay.
No, they're beautiful, really lovely suits, and they're all original suits that were all hired. And of course, it's always brilliant with the costume because it always gives you a sense of time and the place and the person who would be wearing those particular outfits. That, as well as all the cars and the house in which my character lived in, it was all very lavish and beautiful and decorative. So it was great.
Do you have any favourite designers?
At the moment?
At the moment. And at the time.
Yeah, probably. I don't know so many of the designers from that era or any of the tailors, but people that I like now, Chris from Burberry and stuff like that.
Is that what you're wearing today?
Or
you don't know?
No, I do. No, this is a Prada jacket. This.
Okay. You play a total slime ball in the movie.
Now, hold on.
Did you have fun playing him?
Yeah, I came into the film quite late on, so I didn't have an awful lot of time to sort of get in, knowing exactly who this person was. But the writing is so multi-layered and character-driven that I just sort of quite easily, and with the wonderful direction of Lone, I sort of fell into the part, which does sound worrying, seeing as you just said he was a complete slime ball. But
well, you did a good job.
Thanks. I don't think he's the complete slime ball, is he? Doesn't he try and get her out of the situation that she's falling into?
I didn't think so, but
Oh.
no, you did a great job.
Got it wrong.
I liked you as a slime ball.
Oh, you did? Oh, good,
I
yeah.
did.
Some slime balls are nice.
Well, you were. So I mean, this is based on a real character. So did you research him at all, or did you base your?
Well, they were kind of loosely based on some London criminals at that time who did, as it says in the film, used to take houses cheaply from old unsuspecting ladies, and they were thieves. But I think my character didn't do it necessarily for the money, because I think he came from a very privileged background anyway. So he was doing it more for the thrill, I think. But yeah, it was being a criminal in that time in that part of London before a massive change sort of took place in England and in London. It was exciting finding out about then and the people that were sort of on the streets. And before, it was a very grubby city. It was very run down, and there were only certain nice parts of it which I inhabited as that character.
So what are you working on next?
There's a film coming out called Brief Interviews with Hideous Men. I'm a hideous man. Slimeball to hideous man. And then Stephen Frears' film called Tamara Drew, where I play
So
a
if
drummer.
they make another Mamma Mia, would you do that?
Absolutely.
You had that much fun doing it.
Of course.
So would you do another musical if it wasn't Mamma Mia?
I don't know whether I'd ever be hired for another musical, really, but from my last performance. But I'd like to think so. I don't know. I really don't know whether I would actually genuinely be asked to be. I'm not really from a musical theatre background, so I was very lucky to have been given the opportunity to be in that film.
But you enjoyed that experience?
It's great fun. It's it's very liberating and freeing and exciting to sing. Once you've managed to find some sort of confidence from somewhere, if you don't believe in your ability to sing, which I didn't, it's wonderful for you. It's dancing and singing. They're all it's karaoke, and that's always fun. Thank you.
What attracted you to this script in particular?
I liked Nick Hornby's tone a lot, and I liked David's character a lot. I got seduced and entertained when reading it, and I felt that sharing this with someone, which is in a way what directing is about, is something that I really want to do. This was a world I would want to spend 2 years in.
Oh, wow.
That's what you do when you direct something.
Now, did you have a chance to meet Lynn Barber while or after or before directing this?
I met with Lynn a couple of times. I heard her laugh in the theater when she saw the film about her own youth. But the film is different from her. I think our Jenny, is probably has a sweetness to her that maybe Lynn Barber had then, but then she toughened up. Right. She's a wonderful woman, really.
Right. She's had a very colorful life. I was reading about that. This film is getting a lot of Oscar buzz. Is that something that entered your mind while making it?
Not at all. Let's see what's happened. This is, what is it, October?
It's October.
Yeah.
Right? It's February or March.
No, you just do your best within the conditions that you have on each shot, each scene, each editing day, I think a lot about the audience. I actually do. I think you have to do that when you do humor. Timing in particular. Will people understand? Will they get this? And also the joy of presenting something to someone. Like you do something and you look forward to other people being moved or amused by what you do. But I don't think, I'm only ambitious on behalf of the film to get the best out of whatever moment and facilities you have.